Ever wonder where your power comes from or why it costs so much? You probably don't think about it much until you get the bill. Why is it so expensive? You think there's not much you can do about it. There's no other choice for your energy. Well, you'd be wrong. There can be a choice. There can be competition. There is a way to choose lower rates and cleaner energy. It's called community choice energy. Just what is community choice energy? Community choice energy, also known as CCE, is a state policy that enables local governments to procure alternative energy supplies while maintaining the existing electricity provider for transmission and distribution services. So you get lower rates, cleaner energy, and a stimulus to the local economy. Before CCEs, the only place you got power was from the investor-owned utility, a corporation that provides energy over the transmission lines they own. They call themselves a public utility, but just how public is it? As a corporation, their number one duty is to increase profits to their shareholders. Serving the public and saving customers money is not a priority. Offering 100% renewable energy is not their main goal. One reason energy costs are so high is because power companies get ratepayers to pay for their mistakes. SDG&E wants to charge ratepayers $379 million for fires caused by their negligence. PG&E thinks ratepayers should pay for their deadly gas explosion in San Bruno, and SCE and their partner SDG&E want $10.4 billion for their mismanagement of the failed San Onofre nuclear plant. And they have corporate offices, highly paid executives, shareholders, all of which add to the cost of energy. Saving customers money, providing green energy, enabling local green energy generation are the goals of community choice energy. It's happening all across California. In fact, by 2020, over half of eligible Californians could be enrolled in a choice program. There are now several cities and counties in California that have made the switch to community choice. As of July 2018, 18 choice programs are already up and running. Already over 3 million Californians are served by a community choice program. One of them, Solana Beach, launched its own CCE program June 1st of this year. After 6 years of educating and motivating the city officers and staff, our group, San Diego Energy District, was instrumental in bringing this new CCE to life.
I'm Lane Sharman, co-founder of the San Diego Energy District, along with Bill Powers. We founded the nonprofit in 2011. And by the way, Marin Clean Energy launched in June of 2010. So they had already established practically a year of track record by the time Bill and I got serious about starting a CCA movement here in San Diego.
Getting the clean energy materials, that's a whole separate piece that has to be managed by someone who's experienced with that network. And so there's a lot of pieces to getting a viable community choice energy program going that you kind of have to find help to get you started. Banking, all those things. It's a complicated deal, but the result is very positive.
There are things like competition, there are things like retaining the local value of those dollars in your community. There is the value of democratizing energy, which is a big part of the current community energy movement today. The community energy movement today is looking at how do we localize our benefit as opposed to exporting the benefit. So we export today a lot of dollars. We export via transmission a lot of loss because we lose a lot of power on the lines when we export and import energy over long distances. So there's a really strong intentional effort to localize energy, and community choice aggregation is the vehicle to do that.
I don't see a downside at all, but the benefits are obviously clean energy, locally controlled rates and so forth when you take the clean energy and then apply it for your energy needs in your community. So better, cleaner, cheaper, easier, and your own choice. That's what the whole thing is about. You're in charge here as a community. Systems change, we discovered, didn't really work until the people involved at all levels, the directors, the local administrators, and the providers, the folks on the ground, had some ownership of that process. And I see that climate change and community choice energy is the same kind of a systems change, that we have to get people to think differently about their energy, where it comes from, how to use it, how it works, and how they're involved with it at the community level as well as state and regional levels. So the ownership is critical.
So what was the most important driver in Solana Beach's decision to go forward with community choice energy? If you can identify one.
I don't know if I can identify one. I know that we have just tremendous engagement and participation among our residents. And the core from the Clean and Green Committee certainly were great drivers of this. And getting a lot of like-minded residents throughout the city to be willing to get up to speed on what community choice energy was about and the benefits of it, I think were a great driver and really helped boost our effort as a city and city government to go forward. And that's one of the great things that a lot of people don't understand, is that we can sort of have our cake and eat it too. We can really be a very clean energy city and economy while at the same time really being economically much better for our residents and surrounding communities.
2016 was the hottest year ever recorded, breaking the record set in 2015. It has just been reported that Antarctica has been melting at 3 times faster than it was 10 years ago. There's no doubt that fossil fuels are the primary cause of climate change, but the power companies will only reduce carbon fuels 1/3 by 2030, and only because of legislation. This reduction is far too little and far too slow. We need big changes now. Community choice energy empowers communities to buy energy from 100% renewable, clean sources now, not by 2030 or 2035. Community choice programs are nonprofits. Any surplus funds are invested back into the community. These investments could be new energy projects and programs or lower rates. These funds could lead to new green jobs and local renewable energy projects like electric vehicle charging infrastructure. By the end of its 2016 fiscal year, Marin Clean Energy showed over $16 million in reserves available for reinvestment in the local community. In 2016, and after only 2 years of operation, Marin, Sonoma, Alameda, Los Angeles, and Ventura counties, the cities of Lancaster, San Francisco, San Jose, Rancho Mirage, and Pico Rivera, and now Solana Beach, all have community choice energy programs. In all of those areas, residents and businesses are getting more choice, greener electricity, and millions available for reinvestment in their communities. Where will your energy dollars go? To the investor-owned utility, or back into the local economy through community choice energy? Clean energy now, reduced energy costs, local economic growth. These are just a few of the many reasons that now is the time for community choice energy. If you want more choices, cleaner electricity, local control, energy savings, and funds to reinvest in our region, act now. If you live in the city of San Diego, call your city council member. Tell them to vote for community choice now. If you live in another city, call your city council and/or mayor. Tell them you want to see a community choice program formed now. If you live in the unincorporated county of San Diego, call your county supervisor. Tell them why you want a community choice program. Ask them to reconsider and form one now.